if you're a real estate investor and maybe you have a hard time like getting below the surface to understand a seller's true motivation or pain point, this video is for you. Okay, super important. There's really four main ways that our team really uncovers true motivation, and it's been a lot of ups and downs and failures to learn this, so please listen to what I'm telling you closely. Okay, first thing is you can never assume hardly anything in this business. When a seller tells you something and they're vague, you cannot assume. Okay, so for example, if you're talking to a seller and they say, man, Evan, I'll tell you what, things have just been so stressful recently. Now, what do most investors do? They say, oh, I totally get it. Life is stressful, isn't it? And then they're like, so anyways, let me ask you, when were you hoping to close? And it's like, you can't be a robot. Okay, so when they say things have been so stressful, don't be afraid to ask. Ask them, whoa, hold up, what do you mean by stress? Or how do you mean by stress? Or you can do what they call mirroring, which is like stress, right? Which then encourages them to what? Open up and talk about what's actually going on. This is very important because this is data that you're gathering that's going to help you to later be able to help them see their real situation and ultimately hopefully close the deal, right? And solve their problem, okay? That's step number one. Now, if they start telling you, they say, well, I mean, the stress has just been really like financially, and like my husband comes in every day after work and like we get in fights and it's just been killing me. Okay. Step number two. Well, okay, that stress and like you and your husband fighting, like how long has that been going on for? Very important to have context. How long has this been going on for? 3 months, 6 months, a year? Now, number one, they're telling you how long it's been going on for, but more importantly, who are they actually telling? They're telling themselves. They're reminding themselves, this has been going on for a year straight. Very important, okay? Step number three, gosh, like that, you and your husband fighting and all the financial struggles that have been going on for a year, like, gosh, like what's that doing to you? Ask that question. Now, this is not something you're gonna ask at the very beginning of the call when you have no trust or any kind of rapport or relationship, right? But later on in the call, ask them, like, what's that doing to you? Oh my gosh, Evan, it's killing me. I can't do it anymore. Okay, step number four. Okay, so time to make a change possibly. Okay, why do we say possibly? Well, we want it to be neutral. We're not trying to say, so it's time to sell to me today. It's like, that's too much pressure. Time to make a change possibly. And what are we trying to do with that statement? We're trying to get some level of commitment, right? Because what we're trying to avoid is sellers being vague, no commitment, sellers being flaky, and then you don't close deals, right? So you have to get specific on what's actually going on, okay? So those are the four steps. Now, when you uncover this data and you go deeper, it allows you later on in the conversation to loop back to what they said, right? So if they're like, man, I just don't think I can take that low of a price, I may just need to list it with an agent. Yeah, I mean, you totally could list it with an agent and, maximizing the price if that's what you want to do. I respect that fully. But I guess like for you, like what do you feel like is more important? Here's where you're going to bring in their pain point. Do you feel like it's more important for you to like, I guess like take 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 months plus to try to sell it with a realtor and maybe maximize top dollar? Or I guess, do you feel like it's more important for you to be able to get this done within 2 weeks so that, you don't have the financial stress and you and your husband can, stop fighting and kind of move on from all of this? Like in reality, what do you feel like is more important for you? This is why the data is important, okay? Now, if you want to learn more about how to negotiate, how to dig deeper into these problems so that you can actually start closing creative deals and even cash deals, I have a link in the description for my free community. We meet weekly, we talk about these things. It's awesome. I'd love to see you in there. And if you found this video helpful, please like it, comment, subscribe, do the whole thing. Hope you have an incredible week.